Clippy claps.
Welcome back to Just Roll With It. I'm your host.
Is that the name we're going, is that the name we're going with?
Yes.
Okay.
Just roll with it, man.
We never just roll with it. Every single episode.
Yeah. This is the table of mats. Jesus. Locked in, ready to go?
Is mat table and bench table?
Yeah.
This is the island table.
That's a magic table. That's a magic table.
We're just afloat over here.
There's a cool island breeze.
Yeah.
And we've got some
We should wear
Mai
Hawaiian
Tais.
shirts every time we do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are standing out in this small clearing where the battle had just taken place. The sort of empty-eyed, mindless humans are all staring you down. They were before feral and were acting like animals. Now they are excessively calm and just staring you down. Blood still running from some of their mouths as they just stare at you. You're still held, but it is less of a grab and more of just keeping you in place. Like, it feels like if you tried to, you could probably get out at this point, but they're just sort of guiding you to stay where you are at the moment.
Well, it kind of feels like a hug. You're just giving me a hug at this point.
I'm still in the edge of the forest, like on the edge of the clearing of the forest. Do they react as we move?
No, they move their heads and stare at you more.
So if I walk across into the middle of the clearing, they just all look at me?
I'm still on a tree.
You're still on a tree, and there's two of them staring up at you in the tree.
Okay, I want to laugh nervously in the middle of the clearing.
Okay.
This is weird. I take out my lute and I experimentally just play one note to see what happens.
No reaction.
And I'm a little offended.
I kind of like try and like pry his hands off of me. And
Just that you're grabbed tighter as you try to pull away.
Oh, okay. It's a tight hug.
One of them from the center of the clearing picks up one of the orc battle axes and moves towards you and takes it above his head and swings it down, and it breaks the lock that is next to you, and the cage opens, and these humans in this cage walk out and stop grabbing you, and walk into the middle of the clearing and then stop, picking new people to stare at.
I yell up to Ixon. Like, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, but it's disturbing.
Can you? Is this any type of magic you know of?
No. The magic that steals the will of men is most foul.
Can I think back? Can I think back to all my travels? I seem to recall
Nothing.
nothing. I've got nothing.
Okay. Well, they seem to be going after the orcs, so as you may guess, I'm a little reticent to come down from my tree right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to one of them and sort of like.
As he walks up to one, I proportionally walk away from the one that he's walking up to.
So you approach one, and as you're getting close to it, it almost looks like the eyes of someone who's naturally blind. Like it's gray, there's no color to them. But as you approach the one you get close to, its eyes light up and have a purple coloration, but it doesn't look like they're glowing purple. It just looks like a purple color in the eyes, like a natural purple almost.
Did we notice that they were purple before?
They were not purple before. It's all the rest of them stay gray and colorless, and it seems to actually register your presence, whereas the others are sort of just the heads are staring almost. And it says, "Hello, I must apologize for the gruesome event you have just witnessed." And then a little blood kind of trickles out of his mouth.
Oh my god, it talks.
I'm gonna climb down from my tree.
Yeah, they just continue to like watch you as you go down.
What happened? Why were you guys in those cages?
I am Al-Kahari. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Wooglin. I'm a dragonborn from Draconis. I want to thank you guys for helping us with those orcs. Why did they imprison you?
They thought we were diseased.
Are you human?
I do not know.
You don't know. You don't know what you are.
No.
Wow. Okay. Does anyone else know what they are? They look
Human.
pretty human to me.
Why are your
I-
eyes so pretty?
The eyes of the one that speaks are my eyes. The eyes of the others are empty. I am
So is
one.
this like a host mind sort of thing? Are you like taking control of?
Some sort of hive mind.
Yeah,
situation.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Al-Kahari, was it?
Al-Kahari.
Al-Kahari. I am Paladrone, no
I
doubt.
heard.
You heard of me! I get really excited. You've heard of me? Oh my, okay. Well, you are welcome. But
Just a few moments ago, when you mentioned your name to the orcs, I heard.
Oh. Well, you're still welcome for the distraction. No need to thank me. Just doing
Thank
my
you.
part. Oh, you did it anyway. I assume it's a she. You don't want to get into
No, this is definitely a male body, but you can't. The voice sounds very. You can't quite tell.
It's like I don't want to get into another situation, and I look at Ixen where I'm very confused.
This specific body is very obviously male. It's. I mean, they're wearing essentially loincloths or nothing, so it's
So-
very easy to tell which body is.
Did these people used to be people?
These people were all people. They are my bodies now, but they were near the end of their lives, and I took them.
What do you mean, your bodies?
I inhabit all of these bodies.
Okay.
And what do you mean, you people?
Did I say that?
It's what I heard. I don't know if you said it or not, but I interpreted it as such. Subtext.
So are you looking for new bodies or?
No, we were living in peace, and then the orcs raided our home and took us. Killed many of my bodies.
And where is your home?
It was a town east in the Tamari Shimberland.
So when
I
you
just did that completely backwards. It's Shamari Timberland, and I said Tamari Shimberland.
when you say they were about to die, please elaborate.
Many of these bodies were near the end of their lives, or sick, or injured.
And they came from the Timberlands also.
They came from many places. I have been all over.
Where are you from?
I do not know.
Why
I
not?
simply am.
Why not let them die naturally?
I need new bodies to stay alive. The bodies still deteriorate. But I don't like taking the lives from others.
Okay, I see. So these things aren't actually alive.
No, there is no life left in any of these bodies.
Okay. Well, then I don't think we have a problem here, guys. We can tip-top and
Yeah.
skip away.
Yeah, I mean it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, all right.
What? This is freaking crazy. I want to know what's going on here.
Look, they're just... Do I
He
know
seems like a really
Al-Bahari,
nice person.
yeah.
Actually, you get the sense that Akari isn't exactly telling the complete truth. It's very close to the truth, but not quite.
Okay, I say Al-Kahari.
Yes.
Al-Kahari.
How?
From one friend to another, I kind of think there's a bit more to the story. Do you mind telling us? Using persuasion.
Very well. 6 of these bodies had much life left that I took from them.
What? Hari. Can I call you Hari?
No,
Al-Kahari. Why?
they were troublemakers, bandits.
Ooh.
They hurt others, they pillaged, they raped, they took the lives of others, so I took theirs for my own.
Like I said, guys,
Yeah,
not
seems
much
like
of
a
a
good
problem.
guy.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it either.
Yeah, I think we can go.
Yeah.
And then,
By the way,
enslaving the will of another, even someone evil, is questionable. Best.
I do not take their soul. Their soul is passed on as if they had died.
Alkari, what was your first body?
Yeah.
I do not remember. It was a very long time ago. The memories tend to stay around in the bodies, not in my presence. So, I don't remember things from the past.
Alkahari,
Yes.
if you see a group of people looking for us, feel free to take their bodies. I mean, that's just free game. You're welcome. My gift to you.
I do not like taking the bodies of the unwilling. These 6...
I see, it's important to get consent. And then I look like right around everyone. It's like, guys, are you with me on this? Make sure everyone nods.
The 6 I took had memories that were unpleasant. They have stuck around.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It is their nature that let me perform those violent acts you witnessed.
Okay, well, alright. Should we just let you go? What's
So
your
are
next
you-
course of action?
I mean, is this like, how does the possession work?
I do not know.
Okay, so you just, what is it like you slap them? It's like a baptism thing, or?
I must get them to agree.
Oh, so you bargain with them.
Yes.
Ooh.
Deal with the devil.
Many offer their bodies willingly.
Mm-hmm. And what does one get if they give you your body?
Their bodies go on as they pass on to the next life.
Okay, so they die.
But their bodies go on. That sounds actually kind of like a good deal.
No, their souls
They're
go on.
always
No,
remembered.
but the souls go on.
Right, but the bodies go on. Like it.
No, but they
I'm
don't.
just saying, maybe you should
But
think
they're
about
not
the deal.
there for the ride.
I'm just saying, maybe you should think about the deal because you want to be remembered.
Okay, I want you to listen to me right now.
Don't use that voice with me. Don't use that accent.
I am tired of you belittling me from the group.
And like throughout this, you just hear us like talking to each other and gnomish.
I do
I
not
just
know
want to walk.
this
I want to
language.
walk by them, just like through their argument up to you, and be like,
I do not
You
know the
said-
language they speak.
"It doesn't matter. They do this all the
They
time."
sound like mice
Yeah, it's irritating.
or chipmunks.
What you said that the soul passes on, but the bodies remain. How do you know there is a soul that passes on?
I feel it leave, as when anything natural fades.
This takes me aback because I'm a nihilist.
Right. After arguing with Elkin, I want to be like, hold on a second.
Yes,
Are you a god?
I do not know.
Okay. Do you know the god Palnor?
I have never heard of that god, no.
Well, if you do,
Excuse me.
you know, and when I'm around, tell me, okay?
Very well.
What's your plan? Will you return?
We were living peacefully, but I do not know if we can stay. That town is ruined, burnt.
Where will you go?
I do not know. I may wander again.
I've got an idea. We're going, you know, down the road. Why don't you come with us?
I do not like traveling with those with singular minds.
Well, you know, we all have to make concessions now and then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you never traveled with a group like us. We may show you a few new things. Change your mind.
I prefer to walk through the forests and not on the roads. People tend to not accept my kind.
We
hold
also
on.
plan on not
Hold on.
walking on the roads.
What do you mean, your kind? Is there more of you?
Perhaps. I'd like to think so.
So you don't know.
No, I do not
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
We will protect you.
Well,
Well, we need to
yeah,
talk about this.
I actually agree with Elkin here.
You see about like
Wait,
you see about
wait.
10 of them spit out like a mouthful of blood and Alvari says, "I do not think I need protection."
Now, Alahari, I think-
Al-Kahari.
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 Jesus, pal, get it right.
I'm trying to say it like how she says it. Al-Kahari.
Al-Kahari.
Alcohol. It's so simple.
Okay, Al-Kahari.
Yes.
Are you sure? You don't want to come with us? I want to use persuasion.
You already did. You rolled a 3.
Oh.
Hey, can we have a sidebar?
Yeah, let's
I think
Of course. And
That
all of
if
them
we
go like
can-
this.
if we can
We all huddle up and make a
find a
football.
place
Football.
for them to live in peace, then
That's a win.
Wait,
And
Ixon,
we'll have a small army.
Ixon, you're on
With
board
us.
with this now? I thought you thought they were slaves, or...
no, I don't see any slavery going on.
Oh wait, so now that they're dead, it's cool.
They're
You're
not
cool with this?
using those
But
bombs
what about the ones that
anymore.
were alive?
It's a gray area, but we
All right,
but
I'm
we
like,
killed people.
I'm just saying,
We killed a lot of
look,
people.
I don't
We
care.
killed people off a cliff that we didn't even
That
know
was
they
an
were.
Okay, I am
That's
not
true.
responsible for that. I was not even aware.
Alright, we gave you one of those ever blossoming pills that make you go to sleep.
What?
That's
up.
another conversation.
Shut up.
Listen, I think that this guy's obviously fucking crazy. We either should kill him or not be hanging out with him.
Hold on.
We should-
Well, I'm not
Hey,
even.
you
She's
checked
really
him.
nice.
It could be a gal. We don't know.
Well, this girl's fucking crazy. Then.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Thank you.
So
There's blood oozing out of their mouths right now, and they're just holding their ears.
And the region has them to
respectful.
thank for ridding them of this menace.
Wait, what?
The orcs actually could have been friendly. We don't
I
even
mean,
know.
I
They were
am
a war
just gonna
party.
say.
You know what war
orcs.
parties do.
they were orcs.
Wait, hold on. I'm a little offended on Ixon's behalf.
There's no need for that.
Okay, all right.
All
We're
right.
getting off.
I'm just saying, I'm
here.
orc positive, buddy, and I'm weak.
We need to stop.
Okay.
I don't even know if he wants our help, but
We should
I
get
just
him.
thought we could. People
Not
are
necessarily
looking for
help.
us.
Like
We-
he
can help us.
obviously
We
doesn't.
Wait,
can-
hold on. I have a question. Alahare?
It's alcohol.
I like, wait. Alkahare?
You hear the voice come from behind you. Yes.
So,
The purple eyes are now in a different one.
what is your preferred personal pronoun?
Jesus.
I do not know what that means.
Okay, then I go back to it. We're just gonna have to call it him/her.
Oh, God.
They.
I do not believe
They.
Do we need a vote?
I think we should get him close to a cliff, and we should thundershock him off
Wait,
the
hold
cliff.
on. Has
Bad
anyone
idea.
seen?
Bad
Has anyone seen
Excuse
Madam?
me?
Oh, shit. I was talking about Pal. I was talking that we should get
Hey.
Pal close to a cliff.
That's not very
I'll go with it.
You seem to not like this one. Why?
Thank you, Alkahara.
He's always getting us into trouble, and I'm just saying if we get him close to a cliff and we thundershock him off the
So you
cliff.
want to kill him?
Yeah.
That sounds negative.
It does, doesn't it? I think
You
he's
don't
not
know this guy.
I
optimistic.
do not like negative people.
Now hold on. This guy's a real pain in the ass.
Elkin.
You don't even know.
Elkin.
That's true.
It's a fair statement.
It's fair.
what?
Not enough to kill. Not
Hold
enough
on
to
now.
kill.
But-
All of these problems that you've told me about, I wasn't even awake for.
That's
Also,
part of
it's
the
a
problem.
thing.
How are you blaming? I was valiantly defending the party. Or defending the party, fine.
How
doesn't
many
it mean-
times have you ruined our sneak attack plans by marching in there and singing
No,
some
you
crazy
see,
song?
you see, he's the perfect distraction.
Hey,
Right?
How many times have you fallen unconscious?
I have been
Yeah.
knocked unconscious in battle 3 times,
Yeah.
and
How many battles have we had? With
I
four
don't
of you.
know.
Every time.
Okay,
You
well,
run in there, sing some song, and
hold on.
you're out.
I
You're
feel
out, and then we have to rescue you.
He's brave to the point of stupidity.
it worked very well just a moment ago.
Why are
when-
you defending him, Nixon?
It worked very well a moment ago when we came in here and I had the orcs on my side. And look, I
And we
helped
burned
bring out
down
a
that
party.
prison
I appreciate
together.
your help.
See? See, somebody appreciates me.
Let me just say, you guys were about to die before I freed them and they saved us.
That may be true.
I don't know if I was about
No,
to die.
actually, you all would have died if it was not for my fog cloud.
No,
Okay.
well, I bet that's
Fog cloud is dope.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
like
you. Thank you, Drake. Tell me.
the giant, the distraction was the focal point, clearly.
No.
Well, you know what? You are 3 times smaller than I am.
Excuse me.
As I said it, in your spirit, not in size.
That's even worse.
I'm gonna go loot the headquarters tent.
I'm going with them.
Wait, hold on. We're just leaving.
I walk up
This
to Alvin
discussion
Hari,
tires me.
and I say, let us be your guide and find you a new peaceful home where you can reside.
Very well.
Boom!
Why did we decide to do that?
I'm going with Ixen.
That's nice. I'm looting.
Ixen, we got him!
So
Okay,
so,
cool.
So
We're
Ixen
getting
and
him
I are
home.
looking for stuff. Do we find anything?
Yeah.
Valuables?
So there is 14 gold pieces, 13 silver pieces, 2 copper pieces total.
You say, Ixen, you can hold on to it, buddy. I trust you.
Okay.
There's the various trophies and things like that, like heads that have been mounted and things like that, various orc stuff around. There's a nice bed that could be, you could take the stuffing out of it, roll it up, and take it with you to be stuffed again at a later time. And then there's also some maps and things of the Timberland around, as well as a few what look like sort of chests in the corners of the rooms. One of them is open.
Are we all in the
Others are
room?
No, I remember that.
Just Ixen there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to gather up the maps and put them in my bag.
I'm kind of hoping there's some studded leather armor in here.
Okay, yeah, there is studded leather armor.
Oh, look
Is
at that.
there medium armor?
Actually, yeah, there's a lot of scale armor around, which is medium.
This is a war party's
So
camp.
there's not like heavier duty leather armor, because that would look good. Like,
There's hide armor. Yeah, that would be medium and
and does that look good?
It's sort of like somewhere between leather armor and like furs.
It's a bit rugged.
Depending on the leather, it might be very pretty.
Depending on the furs too. It
Yeah.
could be mixed.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take the medium armor.
Okay.
Because we're in the wilderness, and I can get rid of it later. Can I still keep my leather armor, or is that weighing me down?
No, you can still keep it. You just kind of fold it up.
Okay. So, is it called medium armor? Is that all?
It's called hide armor.
hide armor. Does that give me more?
It'll increase your armor class by 1. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
And I am also going to don my studded leather armor.
All right. So I put on my hide armor.
And
Look,
What's
very huntsman.
the?
and I'm going to find some kind of screen or wall to change behind.
And
So these
and like I'm
vultures
I'm
don't
prying.
start circling.
I want to pry a little bit, but not like go too much to see like I like catch a peek. You know, like get a peek.
You're still in the process of switching your armor when Extend is doing it.
Are the other chests locked?
One of them is unlocked and open. The other 2 are locked.
Can I? I'm gonna go back to Thrilldark and search for a key.
Yeah, he has actually a keychain that has what it looks like it's everything. Probably unlock the cages too.
I go back and do this quickly. And,
Good find, pal.
oh,
Good find.
thank you, Ixon.
All right. Let's see what you got. Is anyone else gonna do anything else with their?
We're finding
I
things.
guess I found one thing on my wish list. I think I'm happy for now.
You guys?
What's around us outside? Is there?
Outside, not much. There's a large fire pit, and then there's all the dead bodies
It's still daylight, right? Or
Yeah, it's still there.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm content with Alkahari. I'm just. You know,
I'm not content with
looking-
crossing my arms.
Yeah, I'm just like looking. Looking up and down.
We need only find a place for them. We don't even need to go with them. Really.
We'll have to go with them and find a place for them. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love it.
Why are you being like enchanted right now? Why are you so into this
I
guy?
don't know. You got a couple eyes. You say there's a soul.
Well, he does have beautiful eyes. You're right.
I can like vaguely hear you guys talking outside. Like, we still don't know if it's a lady or not.
Well, that's true. That's
It
changed a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
things, but
Probably
I do not
asexual.
believe
It
I'm
changes nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you're both, right? Isn't that how that works?
I have no natural physical state.
so you're into both boys and girls.
I'm into nothing.
Let me ask you something. If two of your, bodies make a baby,
Yeah, I'm
They're
curious
dead.
now. I'm really curious.
where,
Do I know what
is that possible? What would the baby also be you?
Is that just you masturbating at this point?
That would be
Right?
right.
And as yes, I think that does classify as touching himself.
Yeah.
I'm shouting out this from inside the
Right.
tent.
I have no idea. I've never tried.
That isn't
Well, first time for
Thought about
everything.
Can Pal think of?
How could you
Can
not
Pal try
try?
to invent the
Yeah, I
term
know.
zombie?
I don't think in that way.
Yeah. Can Pal come up with the term zombie?
Sure.
I think we should call them zombies.
I think we should call them vampires.
Alright, who wants to write down the items in those chests?
Yeah.
There's 3 potions of healing.
Ooh, one.
Definitely get one.
I'm taking
I don't
one-
know, I'm talking to
One potion of healing.
Alkahari.
And then there's what looks like a small pouch or packet that has this sort of black or dark gray powder in it.
Do I recognize it?
No, you don't recognize it, and you get the sense that it's definitely has some magic aura to
Okay.
it, some kind of magic to it.
Can I try to figure out the magic?
If you have an identify spell or some way to identify things, you can tell it is a magical item from using like an Arcana check. But other than that, you would have to attune to it. and
Oh, can I
spend
not
time
do an
to it.
Arcana check?
That you did.
Oh, okay. Is that all that's in the trunk?
That and there's various things like clothes and
But nothing about it.
nothing. No, nothing.
No,
Is there another trunk?
This is from both of them.
Okay. Guys, I found 3 healing potions and something magical. Somebody come tell me what this is.
Let me take a look at it.
And
You forget what a pouch is. You don't even know what this is. You didn't know it's magical. You don't remember what pouches are or what you're supposed to put in pouches. It looks powdery.
I can help.
And I run over there.
Can you tell you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
You have a really high Arcana.
That's what I was gonna say.
You be my guest.
Oh, thank you.
I have a super high arcana too.
It's definitely some kind of magical dust, and typically dust, you sprinkle them over something and it has some kind of effect, but without spending some time meditating with it and attuning to it, or not necessarily attuning, but meditating on it, or using an identify spell, you wouldn't know exactly what it is or what it does.
Ah, okay, so quite clearly, pal, this is some sort of magical dust. You
you want
see
to-
this all sorts of
Do
places.
you want to try it out?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's
Oh wait, hold on.
that's how I learned a
Does,
lot.
does anyone else want one of these 2 healings? I'm taking one.
Yeah, I'll take a healing potion.
Okay, you'll take a healing potion.
Thank you.
Anybody else? One other healing potion?
I'll take it.
Alright. Oh, well, has anyone seen Meryl?
You know what? I don't know.
I throw the dust.
Oh, fuck. You guys on
You
me?
said to test it out.
Oh
on
my
me, you
God.
bastard!
How much do you throw?
Just
That's
like,
an attack!
Just like you're like salting like some sort of
Okay.
food, just a little bit
So
salting
one
a
of
bit.
these?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
It's clearly a
I
weapon.
thought that's what you meant.
Okay. So it doesn't actually affect you. You do succeed this check, this save, but you feel everywhere the powder touched, you feel it just dry out. You feel the any kind of moisture just pulled out of it, and it forms into this tiny little pellet that falls down to the ground. Your mouth is like dry as it's ever been.
Well, you see, the basis of all magical learning is experimentation.
It's true.
He just attacked me!
We need to go to the ocean and get you some water.
Is there any water nearby that
I have a water skin. I hand you my
I
water.
drink. I guzzle down his.
I want to pick up the pellets that fell off and sort of like look at it.
Yeah,
It's super tiny, but it is a perfectly circular sphere of the same coloration that the dust was, so sort of a dark gray black. That you can't really feel a weight to it at all.
Can we call a pellet a pal? A pellet.
A pallet.
Pal's pellet.
Pal pellet.
I want to pop Pal's pellet in my mouth. Shoot it up.
That is gross.
I got an idea.
This is
Okay.
cutting
You
edge
feel
magical
moisture,
research.
a little
Yeah,
burst
that's
of
what I
moisture
thought.
fill your mouth.
And I just like,
It
it's
is
like
very, it
drooling
is
out of me.
sweat, mostly, but yeah.
I salty. But I thought it takes moisture in it.
That is pretty cool.
Elkin,
Makes a little.
What?
I demand an apology. You
You said let's
have
try
attacked
out.
my person.
What you said? Let's try out the dust.
No, you did that maliciously.
No.
Yes, I will tell. I will tell.
Who?
You know.
Alcohol?
I'm gonna tell alcohol.
You better not.
I will. It's a strike two. I slap him on the face, but not like an attack slap, but definitely like a little bitch slap, just like a little slap.
Ah.
Again, I want to walk through their conversation up to Alkahari. Like, listen,
Does it do any damage? No. Okay. Yeah, good.
let's head. Which way were we heading?
Well, I don't
Let's
know.
continue heading the way we were heading.
I just find a home for this.
Yeah, we'll find a home for
All
him.
right.
We'll see
Okay.
what we see.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we need to get further away from the city, so that way we can, put distance between us and the guards.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So we like go back outside the tent and then we like wave over at Alkahari.
Alkahari, we're gonna go the way we were already going, and you're gonna come with us. We decided this, right? Right, guys?
Very well.
Wait, hold on. I want that powder back. I don't trust you with it.
Do you want me to throw it to you?
I want you to set it on the ground, and I will come and get it.
And I tie it and I
Okay,
drop it
I
on the
go
ground.
pick up. What's the name? What's the powder?
You don't know the exact name yet.
I'm going to call this tar dust. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure. No problems.
Yeah.
Making up a lot of words this round.
Have you guys? I really think zombie will stick, though. Think about it.
I don't like it.
Okay, well,
What about Zahambe?
zombie? Zombie.
Sounds like a song.
I like that one.
Zahambe.
Zahambe. I'm now Zahambe.
I take out my lute, so and I start like very much like.
Oh, I know this one.
It's guys, it's good.
It's
Good.
I want to start singing
This-
along with it. It's a humbug.
It's-
It's a
yeah,
hum
it
boy,
is.
it's a hum boy, it's a hum boy.
And then we head off, we're marching to it.
All right, so by the time you guys spend a few more, probably days walking without incidents, and in that time you do have time to sort of meditate on this magical item. It's dust of dryness.
Dust of dryness.
Yeah, and you can basically create in an area of about 15 cubic feet of water. You can drop this in, and it will turn it into a pellet about that size.
Oh,
And
so
then it can be if you break it, it can be returned to water.
so
of-
50 feet of water.
Yeah, 15 cubic feet. Yeah.
Would it
So-
drown you if you put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Well,
It doesn't
Should we
say that.
try it?
look, this is
Maybe
actually
we
kind
try
of
it
like
on
your mortal
someone who
enemy
deserves
because this takes water away.
Oh, sure, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Well,
I love it, and
It's
I think you
blackmail.
should give it to me.
you know what?
You can take water with you wherever you go if you use it.
You know what, Ixon?
Well, that's
You want to
that's
go
a
have
pretty good
these on
point.
us?
That's a pretty good point he's got. Or she.
I say we wait till we fight some water
Can,
monsters.
can I go? Can I go have these?
Yeah,
Can I go have these?
And then we drink them.
Yeah, water.
So there are there's 9 total uses of it worth of powder. So
You can have 5.
Thank you.
Can I have one?
Sure, you can have one.
May I
Can I
have
have two?
Absolutely, you can have one.
Can I have one?
No.
Ah!
You already used your one on me.
Dang
May
it.
I have 2?
2?
That leaves you with none.
Oh.
I don't think it's a good idea, guys.
Kind of. No, but I only have. No, I think I have 2 left. I already gave you one.
Here, I'll give you another one.
Thank you. And then immediately one of the bodies takes it and then hands it to
You know what? I'm starting to like you, Alcohol.
Alcohol, he already had used one on me. He attacked me.
That wasn't a full use of one.
No.
If that was if
it's-
that counted as a full use, he would be dead.
Potion of dragon. Justice dragon.
That's some net.
So I
Yeah,
have
a full
there.
use of this will suck all of the moisture out.
2x dust of dragon. So you have 4.
They'd probably
You have
be
one.
really
I have
easy
one.
to
You have
burn
one.
after that.
I have 2.
Pretty sure anything would be pretty easy to burn
If
if
there's
I
no
applied
liquid
some,
in
Wait, guys, where's Marin? Did he die?
You know what? Last thing I saw him just scuttling off into the forest.
Oh, that sounds like Marin.
And alcohol. Now,
Yeah, he picked up what looked like a magical sword out of that chest.
Oh god, he's mad with power.
and I'm going to play a luring song, and I start playing like a song to see if it comes around. I'm going to check performance.
10 gold pieces, it says it doesn't work.
It's really good. Again, this is also a really good song.
It's just like a very tranquil,
Yeah.
sort of like. Da, da, da,
This makes me tired.
da. And
I
look
like
around.
your last song better.
Look around. No. Even though.
So after a time of traveling, a few days, it's coming to night again. You've been walking all day.
I've been walking on the path. And like everyone's just upset.
What do we see?
It's really good though. You're sort of on paths through the forest and not the main road, but you do find what looks like a decent clearing to make camp at.
Alkari, could
Yes.
you maybe describe to us what an ideal home would be for you so we could keep our eyes open?
Anywhere out of the way
Out of the way.
Yeah, out of the
What?
way.
Hold on.
What? Yeah.
of civilization.
Wait, hold up, guys. Oh my goodness. I have a map. I have a map. I forgot about it. I was just having such a
Your
good time.
map.
I check out my map, and I'm like, okay, let me see. We are.
Do you know
Where
how
did
to
you get a
read
map?
Well, I assume the camp's marked where it was on the map. And I was like, okay, well, we took this little route, and I can kind of determine where we are.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Let's see.
Yeah, you know exactly where you are.
We are clearly on the northwest side of the beginning part.
That's
of,
actually right. you're on the northwest side.
Okay, cool.
Yep. On the edge of the timberland. So this area over here is blank. That seems like a good place to go.
Where did you get that map?
Oh, I found it in the chest when you guys were talking to
It
Alcoholic.
was on the table. And
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I found it on the table. It's very
Can I
well.
see that?
Oh, absolutely. I have more than one.
I want to look at the map and like, tell me what I see.
so it's a map of just the Shamari Timberland itself, which is sort of a horseshoe shape, kind of like that,
Okay.
surrounding an area called the Ike Grasslands, which is this large sort of open meadow where 2 of the major towns are located in Minzarin. Out in the Timberland itself is there's a few like bugbear camps, a few orc camps, things like that. There's no marked towns, but it does look like these Alhari came from a town that probably they built themselves out in the Timberland.
I see. I'm gonna look and try to see if I find a spot that looks particularly good for settling down.
Okay, you have a little bit more trouble sort of determining the exact like geography from the sort of crude map, but you're basically the furthest away from towns or
Like
camps of
I
any
was
kind.
saying, in the blank area.
The blank area looks good. It's pretty good. What do you think, Kalkahari? And I show him the map. This area. Big blank area. No one around.
Sounds good.
Good?
I mean, I'd take a look at it, but I haven't read the maps of lands.
Well, it's good.
I do
Trust
have a
us.
proficiency
Everyone likes it.
in
We like this
navigation.
plan. We're gonna go. We're doing it.
It's true. Yeah, so you definitely are. After looking at it, you're able to know the best way there. Whereas,
I think I know.
Yeah.
I think I know a good path you could take.
Cool. How far away are we from where we're going?
we were going the wrong way.
Oh.
Well, that's not gonna happen
Cool.
again.
Yeah.
So
That's a one-time mistake.
Yeah.
let's backtrack to
So-
the camp.
If you think of it as a horseshoe kind of shaped like this, you guys are here, and this area would be about here.
Okay.
So you would have to pass to get there fast. You would need to pass through the grasslands, where there is towns and things.
So
So you can either take longer to go around through the timberland or go straight through.
I think we should cut right through.
Are you looking for like the recreational stroll, or do you want like a direct get to it?
Whatever you believe is best. Not you specifically.
Oh.
So
Whatever you as a group believe is safest.
We huddle together.
how long is it gonna take us to get around? I'm asking. you.
Oh.
How long do you? What's the time difference?
Hey, hold on, Ixon,
Um,
how long is it going to take us to get around? You know exactly where we're going.
It'll take you probably about a week to get all the way around. And
Yeah, if we
then
go around, it'll take about 1 week.
Ooh.
straight through would possibly only even be about 3 days.
It'll be about 3 days if we cut across sight.
Like we can hide them underneath my fog cloud as we go through the towns. So I think it'd be fine.
It would get us further away from the guards
So
quicker.
that'd be moving at a pace of 60 feet a day to do that. To constantly.
I think we'll say
Right,
that.
like I said, I think it'd be a good
I
plan.
think if we get into trouble, we can definitely deploy the fog.
Yeah, I mean we have plenty of options at our disposal.
Now, Alkahari, if we go through town, you have to promise that you won't kill anyone who doesn't deserve it.
I don't desire to kill anyone, but
That's probably fine.
All right, Alkahari, I want
fear-
you to pinky swear to me.
as
This is
many
very
that can
something.
fit into
Yeah,
this giant
okay.
huddle
Yeah,
all
yeah,
wrap
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We're only going to kill people. Actually, you know what? Let's do this as a group. We're only going to kill people if they deserve it.
We're only
We're
gonna kill
people if they deserve
it.
it. All right. Okay, I think.
I'm looking straight at him when we say this.
I'm also looking at
Look at me!
him. I don't trust. You damage everybody.
I mostly just employed fog. Okay? Mostly just a fog machine, a glorified fog machine.
There was the incident with
You've
the cliff.
only done fog once.
Well, I tried to do it multiple times and then you guys shut me down. So, I won't kill anyone, okay?
And then I just turn around.
I fear my current state will attract attention.
Oh, you mean you want some clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
And should we wipe the water away from his mouth?
It's just like caked on almost all of the
Well,
mouths.
I would
you
give
know,
the bats.
the next stream
Just
we
days
find,
of dry blood.
the next stream we find will teach you how to swim. And get in there.
What is swim?
Oh boy, okay.
Water learning is gonna be going on in this trip.
I cannot wait to swim. I'll show you everything. It's gonna be great. I'm a druid. I don't know if you know what that means, but that means I'm pretty
I
good
do
at swimming. Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at swimming. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Is there a lake nearby or something on this map?
Yes.
Probably.
All right, let's. Hey, Ixon, we're following you, buddy.
All right, let's find a river.
Okay. Yeah, you on your way there is a relatively large river before you actually get into the grassland.
How deep is it? Is it safe?
It's very wide but not very deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
This looks like a good safe river for us to wash up in.
All right, let's cross it. Let's get to it.
I do know
what
how
is-
to wash. Shall I wash?
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah. Everybody.
yes.
Okay. Everybody.
You see all of the bodies form a line, walk until their feet are covered by water, and then just smack down face first into the water, all
Oh.
in unison.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Are we already at the river then?
Yeah, you're at there.
Oh.
so
It-
it's
it-
grace.
It only took you a few hours. To
That
get
reminds
Oh.
me of one time when I was at this court party, and they were handing out some potions. Let me just say, you would fall on your face.
This is how you got unconscious the first time.
all of the bodies start doing this in unison.
Like-
They're kind of cute.
Like little trout, and it's like popping through the water.
I'm teach them all to become druids.
I don't think they can worship.
I don't know.
How deep is the water?
The deepest, it's probably 4 or 5 feet deep.
Okay.
Is it freshwater? Is it
It's freshwater, yeah.
okay? I'm gonna refill my water still.
Ooh, I'm going to use. Now, hold on now. We can store up our powder for later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of my pellets and store some water.
So you can get up to 15 cubic feet of water inside of a pellet that doesn't weigh anything, and it's about that.
15 cubic feet of water.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'm also gonna do
I
that.
am absolutely going to do that because it seems like a good way to put out a fire.
Now, how tall am I?
You're a gnome, right? Rock
Yeah,
gnome?
rock gnome.
So 4-ish feet.
Okay,
right?
so I go into like the deepest part of the river, and I'm just like, I'm just face up, just like kind of breathing, but I'm just like happy, just like splashing around.
Okay.
I wanna like test out one of the pellets. Can I like squeeze the water out of it?
If you attempt to like smash it or break it, it breaks and all the water comes out. Yeah. So
And the
it's
powder's still there?
no powder. Powder's gone.
It's one time.
So yeah, you smash one of the beads and you just get splashed with a huge, what feels like multiple buckets of
whose
water
did I
dumping on you.
Smash.
It would have been yours.
I didn't use mine. I wanted to go test someone else's. Cause I
Well,
was,
no one gave you theirs.
Alright, well then that didn't happen.
Erase that. Erase that. We'll fix it in post.
Cut that. Just edit that out.
All right. Well, now that let's get going. I haven't had a decent meal. in a
Is
while.
all the blood off their faces?
Yeah.
Can we? Okay.
Should we make camp? Because it's pretty dark outside.
Is it dark?
It is dark now. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. This is a nice river to do it.
Yeah, sure. Is there any? I'm gonna try fishing.
Okay. Do you have anything to fish with?
No, I'm gonna go out and do like the
Noodling.
sand in the river with my hands.
Okay.
I want to do it with him. That would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't catch any fish.
But I feel like we grew closer. We grew
I want to
closer.
say to
Yeah.
Tom, like, you know, I didn't mean you were a pain in the ass back there.
Thanks
I
for
didn't,
the night.
I didn't really mean that.
You know,
that was a good snag with
Thank
the
you.
map. I didn't say thanks about that.
No, and
We'd
it's-
really be lost out
It's
here.
not that I need validation, it's just that Elkin's so mean to me. I just want him to like me, and I don't understand what's going on, and it's just, I don't,
It's frustrating.
it is, it hurts.
Hey, you'll get him. He'll come around. He's a little angry sometimes, you know.
It's just a little spitfire. I like this moment was just like, you know, Wooglen, we're not that different.
And I just sort of nod.
It's like as the sun sets, you're just like standing in the river.
And a fish jumps out. We catch it together.
Oh, does a fish come out? No.
A few of the Alkahari bodies do come back with fish, though.
Ooh!
Well done,
Alkahari. Now, Alkahari.
You don't have to
Yes.
swim, but you can catch fish.
Do you have to eat? They're all dead.
No.
So can we have those? Is that for us?
This is for
My goodness.
You.
I want to use prestidigitation to make like a light display and celebrate her, or him, like a.
And I use minor illusion with like
fireworks.
an accompanying
Light.
sound, like a trumpet, like.
This is for you. Do you like it?
And I use no, never mind. I can't say fuck about.
Nothing.
Look how excited here
Hold
she
on
is.
now. What if I make it a
You're-
real performance?
You're trying to impress an entity that inhabits many dead bodies.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
you know,
terrible-
Him/her brought us fish.
It's just a thank you. It's just calm.
Did you get to say thank you?
Thank you.
You don't need to light up.
Thank you.
The
Actually, I
damn
want to
forest.
shake every one of their hands. Like, thank you. I want to do. How many are there?
The 18.
I want to shake all like they get in the line. Like, thank you. Thank
And also,
you.
as you, every time you like say, like you try to get Alkahari's attention at any point, the closest body to you is the one that lights up with purple inside and like starts talking to you
Oh.
at any given time.
So I just,
You know you don't need to thank all of them. It's just one.
Yeah.
It's just one
Yeah.
I don't.
person.
I don't know.
Many thanks. Many thanks.
Yes. Thank you.
Much obliged.
All right, let's.
I would throw the fish over to Ixon, like, you want to cook this up, Fire Master?
Sure.
Yeah, it's not because we think you're a woman. Because we don't know.
I'm just gonna take the fish over here.
What,
I get
what,
a nice.
what type of fish dish would you like to make?
A grilled fish with garlic.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roast this.
Okay.
I'm gonna start a good fire with burning hands.
Okay.
Find some nice wood, some nice aromatic wood.
Okay.
And then get some make like a nice little pit, and smoke them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Yes.
it's some damn good fish.
Ooh. Like,
Thank you, Exo. These are
compliment,
delicious.
compliment. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to pull out the map again. So let's see. The closest town is
The town of Basin Hole.
Basin Hole, right over here, and that's probably get there tomorrow. It looks like. Should we go through town? Do we need anything?
No.
We don't need to go through town.
Should we go around town?
I think we just make a straight path.
It would be out of your way to go to the town.
Oh,
by
right,
a few
never mind.
hours, but
I mean, I thought we might have a drink. I haven't had a drink in a while.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do with Alkari? I mean,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
I say we get him to his home, and then we'll have to celebrate.
Yeah!
Oh right, I like the sound of that.
Celebratory
Some
drinks.
wine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good.
And some cranberry juice.
Ow!
Yeah. Because you know what, guys? Vitamins are important.
Yeah.
I could go for a grog.
Well, this is many days from now. We have plenty of time to
Yep.
discuss which
Yeah.
drinks and vitamins we'll be ingesting.
You gotta have the limes and grog.
okay.
I'm determined.
So
I'm gonna
you
go
guys, you spend the night. It's a very peaceful night. It's been a little weird. You're slowly getting used to the Alkahari just standing around your campsite in a circle as you sleep. But the bodies don't lay down, sit, or anything. They just
Do they
stay.
look out?
Yeah.
I really appreciate this protection. It's like they're going the extra mile, I
This
feel
is
like.
very, very nice.
And you wake up without any kind of incident in the morning.
Man, it's just like having Mordenkainen's faithful watchdog. Yeah.
I like to think this was the attention that I never got as a child.
But they're not looking at you, they're looking out.
Yeah, but they're watching over me.
Okay, yeah.
Watching me.
I mean, I had a wonderful childhood.
He's lying. He's lying. Okay, so yeah, you make your way about half a day, another 6 hours ish of walking past before you make it to the grassland, the edge of the timberland and the grassland itself. And you can see these massive fields of very tall grass, and you can see on sort of the risen hills of the Shamari timberland, you can see what is the sort of weaving roads that make their way through the grassland. But you don't see any signs of life out on them at the moment.
I think we just cut through.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Just
Yeah.
cut through. Uglin, would you mind forging the path for us? Like, just saying, 'cause you're a large person in stature and size.
Sure.
Can you see it? Sure. Can you see what's up there?
Do I
see
take
what's
my
up there?
rapier out?
Yeah,
and-
probably the only one who can actually see would be.
Oh, wonderful.
I want to
Okay.
go with a machete with my rapier.
Okay, that's not very effective.
I think it is.
It looks really fancy though.
Does the grass inhibit our movement? Oh, okay. Elkin,
For most of you, it comes up to about your waist.
you cannot ride on my shoulders.
That's okay, I was gonna see if I could ride on Drake Tongue's shoulders.
That's a lot of stuff you guys want me to do. Cut down this
You
stuff.
may ride on my shoulders.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
I
Can
jump
I
on it.
ride on your shoulders also? Can we all ride?
Right, actually, hold on. Now, that's a great idea. Can we ride you guys?
I'm certain that an adventuring party mounted entirely on humans is going to create some attention.
Okay, hold on. I don't see anyone around. You know they say what happens in Ike stays in Ike.
No one says that.
Never heard that.
Can I persuade them that people say that? It's a thing.
You convince Elkin.
What happens in Ike stays in Ike.
I've heard that!
Yeah,
I've heard that
you're
saying
with me,
somewhere.
but you're with
You know, I
me.
actually don't agree with you. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Alkahari. Can I get on board with this too?
I would prefer to only carry the small one.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that's
I would
that.
not like to be used, per se.
Sure, I mean, you know, not a big deal.
Ha!
We don't mind.
I didn't really want to that badly or anything. It's cool. It's really fun.
It is really fun up here.
Fine.
Yay!
Running lead.
Ow.
So we start making. So
It takes 3 of them to carry you.
Wooglin and I.
Sorry about this, guys.
So we're all on one of the.
It takes 2 for each of you,
Humans.
3 for you, and 1 for you.
Are you riding too?
I'm not.
He's walking.
No.
All right.
Mine's the fastest one.
And I say, tally ho! Go into the bike.
Okay, so just a bunch of bobbing random grass field. All right, so you make your way to one of the roads, and looking to your left, which is sort of a northwest direction down it, you see the signs of sort of dust coming up. It looks like a large amount of horses
Ooh.
galloping down the road.
Ooh.
We should ride.
Yeah, we definitely should
Yes.
ride. We
Yeah.
definitely should
Yes.
ride. Yeah.
But I don't want to get off of them. I want
Yeah.
them to like
Yeah.
kneel down and
Alahari.
They face plant like they did in the river.
Oh, and we just like we ride them down like a bull as they face plant.
So the horses ride down the road, and the dust sort of kicks up behind them, and they eventually slow down and stop sort of in the area you were in, and they look around. It looks like you've seen similar patterns on armor like this before. There's about 8 figures that look like heavily armored soldiers, and their armor has this blue and gold sort of coloration to it on the trim and things like that, on the cloth parts that hang off of the armor.
You know, that looks really familiar.
Yes, it does. It's the Warriors of the Sunless Sea. It's their colors that they wear. They don't have a particular an exact uniform like the Masked Guard do, but they do wear the same kind of colors.
That's who's looking for us, right?
Pretty much everybody's looking for you guys at this point.
Shit. I think
Great.
that's who's looking for us.
The city of Jashaw was the second largest city in the entire free province of Minzarin.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
only free Minzarin?
The free province of Minzarin.
So only Minzarin is bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. You know I'm from Minzarin.
This isn't the time to talk about it.
Can I cast pass without? Can I cast pass without trace on her team?
Casting it now would attract
Oh, it would not.
It would have been something to do with
guys.
to mention beforehand.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if I could cast it or not.
How far away are they?
They're I mean, if you guys went straight into the grass from where you were, they're right there on the road.
Let's go.
Oh,
Oh, thanks.
done it earlier.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Do you hear all that mumbling, guys? Do you hear that?
I want to start using accent.
Yeah, you also can't really see each other that well. You're down in the grass. Unless you're right next to each other, you can't see each other that well.
I want to use my message.
Okay.
Spell and whisper.
That only has one
That's a cantrip.
Yeah, but you have to do it one at a time.
Okay.
So it takes
Is
some
it,
time.
is it 2-way?
Okay. Don't start singing. We're playing an instrument right now. Just about. Shut up. I was. Shut up and stay down.
Wooglin, I don't even know why they're upset with us, because when you think about it, magic's not illegal anywhere else. So,
Well, it is there. Just keep down. Keep your head down. Be quiet. And then I'm gonna whisper over there. It's the cards. Be quiet. Just keep your head down. I just want to say that voice. That's it.
Okay. They sort of, the horses move around, kind of stomp in place and things, and they're talking to each other, and you can hear them. They're very obviously looking for a party that matches your
what are
description.
they saying?
It's hard to make it out just because the horses are making noise, and they're sort of more talking to each other. Obviously, it's a bit higher, but it is very much like yeah, I think I saw something out here, and maybe they're still in the timberland. I don't know, what kind of stuff like that. Very.
them happy to help. Wait, hold on, guys. What do we really know about the Sunless Knights? How many were there? Sorry. 8. What do we really know about them? Are they good guys? Yeah. Man, they might be. Are they good guys? They're technically weird bad guys.
Well, do I know if the Sunless Knights are kind of big guys or?
They're good guys, yeah.
Oh, they're good guys. So they can't like justify
Come on.
like putting.
Yes.
Alright.
More villains? Is that what that means? I don't feel
No, it's me from
I don't feel like I just never thought of myself as a villain.
They think we're villains.
I think we're more like that folk hero, Cardinal.
Did you hear that? There's something in the grass.
Ow, damn it.
They get off their horses and they start making their way. They have their swords drawn, sort of poking down into the grass, sort of moving things around. Looking.
I want a minor illusion from the other side of the road. Some rustling in the grass, like people running off.
Okay, so they turn around, look. What looks like probably the leader out of them says, "Go check that out." And then 3 of them break off, and the rest still stay, kind of looking through the grass.
I get off of mine and I just am like crawling away from them in the grass.
Okay.
Yeah, how close are they getting?
It is worth noting you are a druid, so you could like turn into a snake.
Oh
or
shit.
something like that.
I just
Well,
realized.
they're gonna know about magic, though, won't they?
They won't be able to detect it out of nowhere necessarily.
Okay, so in that case, I turn into a snake. I'll turn into a snake, and then I want to like slither, like past them.
Okay. One of them is like, "Oh, Jesus, I hate this grassland. I want to go where it's hot again."
Are sunless servants afraid of anything in general? Like,
Why do you change the name every time?
I don't know what they're called.
The Warriors of the Sunless Sea.
Are the warriors of the Sunless Sea?
Yeah.
Are the warriors of the Sunless Sea like afraid of something?
Are you saying seed or seed?
Sea.
Sea.
The Sunless Sea.
Is there like a thing which
the
is
ocean
like
that
they're
is-
like
that you've been seeing? when
they
you
sound like
see
a
the
religious
cliffs?
creed almost.
They're not religious. They're
Okay.
explicitly not religious.
Okay, but they sound
because,
like they're some sort of thing.
basically, the original order formed to hunt down and kill evil magic users, or what they thought was evil magic users, was called the Blades of Palor, and they worship Palor. But they started destroying the orders of other religions, and thinking they were evil, and were eventually disbanded and replaced by the Warriors of the Sunless Sea.
So is there anything they're particularly afraid of?
No.
Okay. So you use a silent image, you know.
I've got a plan, but it requires me to
Does it
cast
involve
evil
fire?
magic. No, it does not involve fire.
No, we're already fugitives. Cast as much magic as you want.
Good point. All right,
Wait.
I'm gonna cast.
Hey guys,
I'll be a distraction. No. What? Your plan.
We don't. The plan is to just just conjure a bunch of grease. Make this ground as slippery as possible, and then get them to chase us. The horses can't possibly stay upright. They'll all slip and fall, and we'll be able to get away.
I mean it's a lot of grease. It's like a river of grease.
I could conjure a lot of grease.
I don't understand.
You know what?
but maybe we should go with Pal being the
I mean,
distraction.
I can literally enthrall them.
I like this one's plan.
Okay.
Wait,
My
hold on.
plan to have Pal be the distraction.
Wait,
No.
hold on.
Oh, you like the greasy plan?
Yeah, let's go. You know what? Fuck it, let's go with the grease.
Wait, let me try something before we just reveal we're here.
Okay. On your mark, I'll cast the grease spell, and then we will book it. Okay.
I gotta concentrate. Close my eyes.
You want this one,
I can't sleep. Just
Okay. Don't read that. Don't need it. I got more. Alright, so immediately, 4 of the 5 that are in the grass in the area you're in just fall down asleep. One of them kind of looks around. He takes his shield off off the hook on his belt and takes out his sword and says, "Who's there?"
Can I bite him as a snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to, while
I've
he's
got an idea.
distracting him, I want to sneak
Ow.
around.
He kind of kicks at you.
I want to
Either
sneak
way.
around in the grass behind him,
Okay.
and then jump out with my right hand.
Okay. All right. So are you attacking him or?
I could try to intimidate him and hopefully
Yeah, I'm
maybe
attacking him, I guess. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Wait,
do
oh,
that.
I think I'm really good at intimidation.
You took Archmatrix, right?
I'm not very good at it, but I have a bad reputation, and sometimes authorities just say, "Oh, you're not worth dealing with," and they turn around and leave.
Well, your rapier goes straight through the back of his head and just dead.
I want to be like, sneak attack!
Yes.
When I do it. Yeah.
You guys see the rapier come out of his mouth.
Oh,
Alright.
so at this point
And
we're in combat
Let's
now.
get horses. Horses.
No.
Let's get the
Oh, we're not
horses.
in combat? Wait, so no one else knows he's dead?
Hey,
No.
no sleep. I killed the last one. Let's get horses. Let's get on their horses.
Well, there's only 5. There was 6
Shit.
though.
I forgot
3 of
about
them went
Alpha.
on in the other
Oh,
direction.
I'm
so it's
hard.
pretty far away at this point.
Yeah.
There's
I
not enough
changed one
horses,
out.
let's just go.
Wait, I thought you were going to kill anyone unless they deserved it.
Hold on now. We
They did
this
deserve
one.
it!
We don't know. They're technically the good guys.
That was very violent.
It was.
I do not.
We had no choice!
They're going to imprison all of us.
Yeah.
Again, like the orcs. We need to get their horses. We need to get out of here.
Okay, but can
How
we
fast
just?
can you run?
Okay, can we
We're
just?
about to find
The
out!
Knights of the Sunless Sea will destroy you if they find out what you are.
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay, we'll take the horses. I don't want to kill anyone else. These guys are just doing their
I
jobs.
agree, maybe let's not.
Because, you know, like...
Deal.
Hold on,
let's
hold
talk
on.
about this
Let
later.
me set this scene. Can I want to search the body of the one he killed? See
Yeah.
if I find any personal effects.
Okay. There is.
Your wallet.
Yeah, there is a coin pouch with 39 gold pieces in it.
Is there anything else identifying information? I take out his...
Guys, we have one.
Okay, you find papers that were similar to the ones you guys had when you went after the goblins that essentially say they're allowed to be hunting in this area for their prey,
Okay.
which is you.
I take the rights, the papers,
Okay.
but in return, because I have my own, I actually have my own, I have a diplomat pack, which includes writing things. I actually write a note that says like, "So sorry for your loss. Here's more gold," and I leave. I was like, "Exit, can I have some of that gold that you're holding on to that we found?"
We have like 30 seconds.
Actually, I think we should just
I
kill
know.
the rest of
I
them.
run.
Because you might have.
I just take the pouch you gave me from earlier and drop it.
Okay, I put it on. We leave the 14 gold and
Okay.
the silver. And it's just like, "So sorry for your loss. You know, shit happens, and take care. Your friend, pal, and company." And I leave that for him. Good guys, he
We
might.
gotta wake up!
Hold on. Remember Alfred? Remember
Yeah, I
Alfred?
do!
Remember Willie?
I grab Pal and
Well,
start
how do we
dragging
know?
him in the opposite direction.
Harley.
Get on the
I'm
horses.
just saying, don't
Have
think
your
of them
rest.
as people.
Run
I'm
behind.
being dragged
We
away.
gotta fit everyone on these horses. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys can each fit. You could probably do 2 of you to a horse, especially with you being on one of them.
I guess we'll go together since I'm the biggest and he's the smallest.
So that's just 2 horses for you guys, and the rest get taken up by 2 each of Algari's bodies, and the rest start running behind.
Wait, okay. So wait, we're on the same horse?
Sure.
Or do we each have our own horse and there's one of Alkari on?
There's each table is on a horse. We'll go with that.
Okay. Okay, each table on it.
Horse 1, horse 2.
Yeah, because orcs are pretty big.
Start back.
Half orcs, yeah.
But
I
Wulin's
could
the biggest
see,
out
I
of
could
the
see Elkin was getting on my horse and Palliser picked him up and put him on this other horse and then got on behind me. And
Okay.
All right,
But I have
let's get out of Ike now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's a saying. Get out of my
Get out of Ike, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've definitely heard that.
Okay, so you hop on the horses. You move past the 3 guards that are on the other side. They're like, what's going on? And you go straight past them, and they're trampled slightly by the Algari, just brushing past them and trying to kind of knock them over, so they don't follow immediately. And you make your way through the grass fields. They don't pursue very quickly. They go back and check on the rest of their men, and eventually they start chasing after you in this heavy armor and sort of waving and stopping to take their breaths until eventually you can't see them anymore.
Well, it's a good thing that what happens in Ike stays in Ike.
I've heard that too.
Eventually you guys make your way to the other edge of the grassland and back into the timberland. It's probably getting close to midnight at this point, by the time you finally reach the other end.
Okay. I think we're safe.
Probably.
Safe distance. We should make camp.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
I'm sure Alkahari is exhausted. Or do you get exhausted?
No.
Is there like, hold on, is there like a rot situation due to the bacteria?
A little bit.
Yeah, how long does the reanimation last for the zombie process?
It depends on the state of the body when I take it.
Alcohol, I've got a question. What's the earliest memory that you have?
I remember the birth of this one, and you hear the voice switches and the eyes switch to a different one. And it looks very obviously the oldest out of all of them. But
So, birthday party.
That's what I'm hearing.
When we get where we're going.
L.
Alright, should we set up camp?
Yes.
I guess.
okay, so you guys make camp. You have another night's sleep, and once again the circle of the Alkahari around you, and you wake up in the morning and make your way to the location on the map that you picked originally.
Perfect. We are in the blank spaces. You know, my father always used to tell me, life happens in the blank spaces, and you are a blank space.
I'll bet he did.
Your father sounds like a really nice guy.
Real excellent judge of
Yep.
character.
And then he also used to say, you can write your own story. He said that, everyone. He definitely said that.
You, as you're telling everyone this, they're sort of looking at you, even if not necessarily with much attention. They are in your direction and you're facing them, and you catch the glimpse of something off in the woods behind. And it is a somewhat familiar, dark hooded, dark robed figure that as you see it, it dashes away once more.
You guys, I just saw a somewhat familiar, dark hooded, dark robed figure.
The one that's been tailing us
Tailing
There's
us.
one tailing us?
Tailing us.
since we left the city.
Wait, what I mean, we don't know if they're tailing us. There was more like a,
Oh,
bad
the one
guys
I saw
fighting
on the
you.
hill?
Yes.
I mean, maybe that's
Yeah,
just my
one
natural
time.
level of paranoia.
I mean, I think it was more like a meet cute, like you're here, I'm here situation.
Should we chase out? You
Was
just
that
ran
the
off?
one?
No, I didn't get a
Yes,
meet.
I saw it. That's the
I
one
didn't
I
get
saw.
a meet cute vibe out of it.
You know, wait, hold on. Whatever happened to Willie?
Oh, Willie left to go to a town that his cousin lived in.
He never said goodbye.
Yeah, you know what?
He did say goodbye.
I don't remember that. I don't remember. You know, it felt like he didn't say goodbye.
I don't even remember that.
You've been hitting the potions.
It
again.
wasn't. Is any goodbye really long enough?
No.
What? So,
Anyway, I just saw the most amazing thing. That person that we had a meet cute with earlier was here. I'm gonna go find him. Yeah? I'm gonna go find him, bring him back to the camp.
I don't believe it.
Cook some breakfast here.
Just think.
I'm going to.
yeah, we've had a long day. I
going
think
to
you're seeing things.
scout the perimeter.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this seriously.
What you're going after?
I'm going to.
I'm going to be sneaky
I'm
as
going
well.
to say.
Sneaky
I'm
as
going
a
to
dandy.
say. You. I'm gonna go off
you
into the.
do it well, but not very sneakily.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go off into the direction and say,
You don't find
you,
anything.
friend.
I don't see anything.
I'm gonna call out for him.
Big surprise.
Well,
You, as you're walking, your foot steps on something that feels very different from the rest of the ground you've been stepping on, and as you move your foot, and there's a small brooch on the ground that looks near where he was standing when you ran off.
I reached down to pick it up. I was like, that sort of looks like
Your family crest.
my family crest. My family crest.
Yeah, you've seen it sort of on various like very nice clothes that your father wore like on occasion and things like that. Sort of around, but not particularly. You never thought of it as more than just something that your father had on his fancy things. The very few things that he did happen to have.
He's like, because I didn't actually believe I had a family crest.
Well, I mean, this was a time when most people had something.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a symbol of royalty or anything, but just in sort of
It's like a brooch.
yeah, like it would have been hanging above something on your house. It would have been on your mailbox or whatever.
I am like
It would have been mostly used for like
letters.
Yeah, wax sealing for anyone.
What? So it just has like a big N on it or something.
Yeah, an M and like I don't know.
Or
Probably
I
a
guess
shield-looking
I guess like
thing.
a D. It's technically my name starts with D.
Your name started with an M.
It's DN. Well, my last name is technically Nilla, but it's a silent D.
Oh right.
Because everyone likes a silent D. I don't know. I look around and I put it in my pocket. I can't find anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was like hallucinating, probably.
Or it's someone who really doesn't want to be found.
You know, I don't think it was anything. I don't think we need to look any further. I think my mind was just playing tricks on me. So let's get going.
Do you have any? Alvari sort of jumps in on the conversation. Do you happen to have any tools?
I have a quill, and you know what they say.
I don't need a quill.
Oh.
We can definitely.
You got a hammer?
Maybe wood cutting axes, or
We could get you some.
that would help.
Oh, for the house building.
Unless we want to eat through the trees.
So does that mean we gotta go back to town?
Yeah, but we wanted to do that anyway.
True. So should we just leave you
Well,
here?
right, yeah, this looks like a good
We'll
spot.
be okay here temporarily.
How
Wait,
far?
so Alvahara, you actually want like a house? I thought
Yes.
you guys were like a free-range nudist colony. Because I'm not seeing any clothes around
Yeah.
We were clothed before the orcs came.
here. Okay, so you need clothes too.
This feels a lot like free labor.
No, why don't we just take
No, but
the old
it benefits us to have a. It does. We have
It's
a
like a
place
safe
we can
house.
hide that's
It's a-
well guarded.
I see what Ixon's saying. It's a safe
It
house
is,
for
it's a safe
later.
house.
Okay. I'm gonna write that on the map, and I'm gonna put down Pal and Company Safe House.
We will build you your own abode in our town.
What? You guys don't know
Hold
what's
on,
town?
can we name the town?
So are we doing this for you?
What?
We're building the town for you.
No,
They're building
Actually,
the house.
actually
We're
I
bringing
mark
you
out
the
Pal and
needs.
Company
Okay.
Safe House, and then I put down on the map Palintown.
Okay.
So I write down on the map Palintown.
I like that name.
Thank you.
Welcome to Palintown.
And I go,
Well, let's get some rest and head into the city.
Is it
So
morning?
It's midday-ish by now.
Midday.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think we should get going.
How far away is?
Basin Hold's probably about 4 or 5 hours out.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
can
actually-
here.
Yeah.
We'll go to the town, get some drinks.
Yeah. If we leave now, we can
Yeah.
catch
Find
the
an actor.
We can
specials.
catch
Yeah.
the evening, and I can all get us free drinks. Believe me, I've done it before.
What a pal!
Is he lying?
I got free
How
drinks.
indeed.
I want to know if he's lying.
No, but I
If
got
he's ever gotten anyone free
You
drinks.
I got
witnessed
you
him
free
get you
drinks.
free drinks,
I,
yeah.
at the first time I met, I got free
In
drinks.
Dustvale, yeah.
Yeah. I remember in
No.
Dustvale, I got you free
I don't
drinks.
remember.
Although Ixon
that was
was,
the last drink I've had.
Ixon was the only one who drank it. I had to drink them all myself, which was not actually as bad now that I say it in remembrance.
That could be why you're having memory problems.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's get going. And let's do it. I'm tired of this place. A little spooky. No offense, but you know.
We will make it more homey.
You just
Yes.
need an axe. You need a few axes.
Yeah,
what do
what-
you need?
As many as you can get.
So axes,
Just axes.
axes, ponchos, because they're like clothing and protects you from the rain.
Yeah, we'll get you some
It's
pots.
like a
You gotta-
dual,
yeah,
it's like
you
a
need
two-purpose
pots.
outfit.
You can't
Very
be
well.
walking around without it.
Yeah. So ponchos, axes,
Any carpentry supplies would do.
an all screwdriver,
Glue.
Phillips head, wire, twine.
Okay, what was that?
I don't need to write it down.
Hold tight.
I'm not gonna write it down. I'm gonna remember anything like a
And-
steel trap.
Take this with you, and you see all of the bodies reach into their mouths
I got. Oh god, that's not natural.
and pull out various coins, and they all gather them together and hand them to you. This was the only way we could stop the orcs from stealing them.
Elgin.
Yeah,
Gather the
Elgin-
coins.
Elgin- yeah.
Can I go over and grab the coins?
How much gold is it?
It's roughly 500 gold pieces.
That's
worth,
awesome.
worth of gold, platinum, and silver
And
mostly.
if it doesn't cost 500 gold, do we keep the remainder, or? I mean, you don't really need gold if you've got your own town.
Yes, consider it payment.
All right.
Well, and
But remember, if you do not return, I will find you.
well, I'm not worried about that.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna return.
Be back.
Yeah.
If we don't return, come find us. Actually, because I'm.
Yeah, we may be in
Yeah,
trouble.
but like, in like a good way. Like,
I meant it in a good
Before we
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna.
I know it's
Okay.
very hard to tell.
I'm so used to threats.
Yeah, me too. I definitely not.
I'm gonna take.
I thought we were pals.
Oh! We are pals.
Pals don't make
Pal,
pals.
pal. That's why I do that. And then I'm gonna take out my dagger.
All of the bodies go pow, 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 pow.
And like a single tear runs down my face as I finally get the affection I so desperately want. I'm gonna take out my dagger and carve on a tree. It says Palantown.
Okay.
Occupation 18 to 24.
All right, I think that's where we're gonna stop it.
All right, we founded a city, guys.
Palantown.
Small town.
With our